Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing my reworked arm day as part of my bro split, and it's only going to be 3 exercises for each part of the arms. So 3 for biceps and 3 for triceps, but everything's going to be supersetted. And as you can see here, I'm starting off with just a basic easy bar curl. Absolutely love this. I mean, it's a classic. It's hard to mess up unless you're like leaning super way back, and then gonna end up with lower back issues and stuff. But can't go wrong with a basic curl. And I'm supersetting that here with incline close grip bench press. Both of these I like to do for 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps. And on the easy bar curls, I actually like to lean forward a little bit on the way down so that my arms can actually fully extend. I don't think that really does much for muscle growth. I'm not really sure, to be honest, but I just like to make sure that I'm fully extending my arms because, I've heard some people say that one of the reasons for bicep tears, because bicep tears usually happen when the bicep is at a really long length, and I've heard people say that one of the reasons for that is that, apart from ego lifting, is that people almost never actually train the biceps in that part of the range of motion. They always stop it a bit short so that then when they do end up going down there, then your bicep just can't handle it because it's not used to that. It's not the original reason why I started doing that. The original reason why I started doing that was actually just because that's what I thought you should do on a bicep curl. And then later I found out, it's probably a good idea. Or at the very least, it's not a bad idea. So, yeah. And close grip bench press, any kind of close grip bench press variation, I think is absolutely fantastic for triceps. In the past couple of years, there's been a lot of talk about, training the muscle in the stretched position, long lengths. And everybody that I've seen talk about that tends to then leave close grip bench press out of their list of good tricep exercises, which really confuses me because a close grip bench press absolutely does train the triceps at long lengths in a stretched position. And in fact, that's, you've got a heavy load under a stretch. So I don't know why people who always go on about training at long muscle lengths don't include a close grip bench press in their list of best tricep exercises. It's also one of the few tricep exercises that you can legitimately load really, really heavy, which I think by itself, that makes it an incredibly valuable tricep exercise. Plus, it just feels really good. But anyway, going on to the next superset, starting off this one with preacher curls, easy bar preacher curls. These I like to do for 3 sets of 6 to 12. I would love to do them for sets of 8 to 12, but anytime I get up to the top of the rep range and I increase the weight, I usually can't quite get 8 reps. I usually get about 7-ish on the first set. So I just say 6 to 12, and that seems to work fine. And those I like to superset with just a basic tricep pushdown. Again, 3 sets, but these I do a little bit heavier. I do these in the 6 to 10 rep range. And a lot of people like to use either a rope or a V-bar, but I really, really like the straight bar. And the reason for that, and I actually have another video just about this, is that I usually like to use a thumbless grip and then push through my thumbs and imagine that I'm trying to sort of spread the bar apart. And that really, really, really helps me feel the long head of my tricep working a lot harder than if I were to put my thumb on the wrap my thumb around the bottom of the bar, or if I use a rope or a V-bar. I just don't feel the long head of my triceps anywhere near as much as using a straight bar with a thumbless grip and just imagining like I'm trying to push the bar apart with my thumbs. And because of that, because there's just such a great connection and a great feeling in the long head of my triceps, I really, really love doing pushdowns this way. I also think it's a really good idea to mix exercises that allow you to get a great stretch and a great contraction. So if you notice, like my first tricep exercise was the close grip bench press, and that allows you to get a really great stretch in the triceps. And then moving on to a tricep pushdown, that one allows you to get a really great contraction. Similar thing with the biceps. Started off with just a regular easy bar curl. You get a great contraction with that one. And then moving on to the preacher curl, you get a really good stretch on the biceps with a preacher curl. So, all the talk about, training in the stretched or lengthened position, I think it's probably the best practice to try to combine both. Get a good stretch, get a good contraction, and as long as it feels good and you're having fun, you're probably doing okay. Plus, at the end of the day, like for most of us, I don't think most people are going to get to a level where one or the other is going to make that much of a difference. It's probably a good idea to combine a good stretch with a good contraction, but as long as you're having fun and you're working hard, I don't think it's going to matter that much for the overwhelming majority of us. Like, until you get to an advanced enough level where those things actually make a difference, I just do not think that it's something to worry about too much. So as long as you got your bases covered, you're lifting the heavy weight, you're training hard, and you're having fun with it, you're probably solid. And speaking of having fun, that is the reason for this next bicep exercise, concentration curls. The optimal crowd or the scientific crowd has knocked concentration curls before. I don't really care. If they don't like to do them, that's great, that's fine, good for them. But for me, concentration curls just feel so good. They feel amazing and they're so much fun, and that's why I do them. So adding those in is just purely for my own personal enjoyment. I just absolutely love doing them. And those I usually do 3 sets of, again, 6 to 12 reps. And same with the triceps exercise that I'm supersetting them with. So I'm supersetting them with what's technically a one-arm pushdown, but I kind of think of it as more of like a standing tricep kickback. Because it's kind of what I'm doing. I'm kind of doing a one-arm pushdown in a kickback style, where I'm pulling the elbow back behind my torso and then extending back and out. And doing that just lights up my long head of the tricep like nothing else. Like it's on fire the entire time. And these I also do for 3 sets of 6 to 12 reps, although I find these really, really, really hard to progress on, which kind of sucks, but I still think that they're a great movement. Nothing gives me a better mind muscle connection with the long head of the tricep than this exercise. Now, ideally, I would actually have some sort of overhead work for the triceps. Unfortunately, overhead triceps work has really started hurting my elbows. So I've cut out any kind of overhead work for the triceps, which sucks, but it is what it is, and I am getting older, so yeah. But anyway, that's pretty much going to do it for my arm day. So let me know what you guys think. Tell me what you do for arms. What's your favorite biceps movement? What's your favorite triceps movement? Comment down below and let me know, because absolutely love to hear about all of that stuff from other people. And of course, also, if you like the video, I always appreciate it if you drop a like. But yeah, that's gonna do it. So have a good one, guys, and I will see you in the next one.